understanding and finding out that you might be around the wrong side. You know, that's what we try to teach our youngest right now.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that's what you're trying to do. But I'm gonna tell you, this is such a switch for some people that might not have known what you're trying to do become mayor. Because a lot of people are like, he doing what? Is he serious? Not too
Yeah.
many comedians make it in the world of politics. I know Al Frankel. I think it was in Connecticut or
Minnesota.
Wisconsin,
Minnesota.
Minnesota. They don't
Yeah.
really take it serious. They think that our job just is all about fun and games because that's the perception we give. But you like pursuing or trying. For anybody just tuned in, this is an Instathon, okay? So y'all say, what's the Instathon? We need some money, bitch. All right. I know I'm rich, bitch, but we need some money to keep this campaign going. What was it that made you say to yourself, and you lived a good life in Hollywood, son? You had a good life. You continue to have a good life. But what was it that said you said, you know what? I want to go and I want to move, not just support my city not being there. I want to move back. I want to bring my family over there. Not necessarily. Well, it is a start over. If you're going to move somewhere to do politics, what made you say I want to start up and I want to embark on this to be the mayor of D.C.?
Well, you know, I never got away from DC. You know, DC is always in our blood. You know, I always had a house here. My family is always here. When I came home and made my residence again inside of the city, so many of my neighbors and friends were like asking me different questions to be involved with different situations in the city, and they were showing me their concerns about what was going on in the city. And when you hear it coming from the people itself, it touches you so deeply if you really care. You know, I'm a humanitarian, and when you hear people talk about, you know, their safety, you hear people talk about education, and you hear people talk about homelessness and job security, it touches you in a place where you got to get involved. And this community made me, this community bred me, so I can't turn my back on my community. I saw an opportunity to run for office, and people kept asking me to run for office. So I talked to my wife and my kids, and we made the decision together to run for office and executive of the mayor's office. So it was an easy choice for me.
I gotta jump in there. It's like some people aren't authentic, and you can tell Red Grant is authentic because he still puts Turian in the end of his words. He said, that's a DC accent. You can try to act like you're from anywhere in the world, but once you say humanitarian, we know that that sometimes you know about everybody. You know about everybody. You know about
You know,
everybody.
DC got its own language. You know, when people say
Right,
they're from DC, if you don't hear if they say Marionberry, then you know they're
right.
not from here. They gotta say Murrayburg. You know, it has to be a in their diction to say they're from here. But you know, we work on things like this every day. But you know, I'm DC to the bone. Southeast raised me, Uptown raised me. Uh, I went to school in Dunbar, graduated from Sousa Junior High School. Went to Holy Redeemer Elementary, and I was recruited to play football straight out of Dunbar. And I feel like DC is the best place that anybody could be from. And the whole DMV area, you being from the DC area, you know, you taught me so much just about this city also, and about
Right.
just growing up.
They got a mayor right now. She's a female.
Mm-hmm.
No, she wasn't the first black female mayor. Whatever.
No,
Yet for the most part,
Sharon Pratt Kelly.
Sharon Pratt Kelly was about that life. She was light skinned too. She was fire too. I don't know if that has anything to do with politics or anything like that, but she was a winner. They have a mayor now, Muriel Bowser. Yeah, for the most part, people think she's doing a good job in D.C. And I know people, when you first decided you was going to run, they was like, you don't have a chance. How do you think that you could win in a race against her?
Well, I think we're going to do very well in a race against her. I think that, you know, I think that she's done a good job. I just think that, you know, we can be more connected to the people. I think the people want change right now. I think it's a perfect time for change. And I think we're going to blow them out the water. We have a lot of backing right now. We have a lot of citizens on our sides, a lot of residents that love our movement, and it is a movement. It's a strong movement, very strong. It's a very serious movement. I think that we're going to identify over 200,000 voters, probably 100,000 voters who didn't vote the last race. And, you know, I don't doubt anybody who's doing this job as mayor, because mayor, the job of being a mayor is not an easy one. You have to run so many departments in our city government, but I feel like bringing that morale back to our city is needed. I think the disconnected with the people need to stop. I think our youth need more programs. We got to bring back these programs for our youth. And it's a crucial time right now for us to do it with the murder rate climbing as it is, and us becoming a city that's losing a lot of young people right now. So
you grew up in Southeast DC. At the time, and I know it's changed right now. Probably one of the toughest places to grow up. Mm-hmm. And I know whenever there's a black candidate run, especially on the male side, they always want to compare them to Marion Barry in better ways than not, right? What do you think was so connecting, like especially in Southeast area? You know, why were the people so connected to Marion Barry?
Well, he gave so much to the residents. He gave jobs to the young people. He cared about the youth. You can walk outside and see Marion Barry. You know, right. You can walk out.
Yeah, the police walked outside and saw him too, son. I mean, oh, son, we can't laugh no more, son. You a man, you can't laugh. Oh, son, is your publicist over there talking about, if somebody hit you on the shoulder and said, don't laugh at that?
No, really,
said,
no, you got to
let me have that joint, son.
No, Marion Barry was, he gave us the summer youth programs that we didn't have. Yeah. You know, I went out and I had my first job because of Marion Barry. The seniors were taken care of because of Marion Barry. You know, right. He connected himself with the city so deeply. Yeah, he had his situations, but when it comes to connecting yourself with a city that people never forget you, never have forgotten you, and they're gonna always give you big ups. And you can't talk about him around here, not to a real DC person. Because we know what he gave to our city. He gave so much. And I want to do the same thing. I want to give back to our youngins.
Whoa. You don't want to do the same thing, Mary Brett. Not all the things.
No. You know, I don't do anything other than talk trash a little bit.
I know you do, but I just want to be clear. For the people that just tuned in, this is me helping my friend in his bid to be mayor of Washington, D.C. We are looking for money. Grantformayor.com. The pin is in my comment section.
And they can go into my the red grant, and in my bio they can click that bio and also donate. We asking people to donate. You know, we don't ask for any money from any big businesses. Everybody who gives us money is individuals like yourself.
You can't take big business money?
Nah, I can't take big business money.
Oh man, why I'm on this live? So they told me to go for Walmart. They told me to go for Target and everything, son. Eddie Lennox, what we do?
We can do Eddie Lennox. You can go to Eddie Lennox.
We can do that, son. We can do that. Yo, I don't want to take you out of your political trip. I'm telling you, it's just weird. When I found, son, let me tell you something. When I found out that you was running, right? I was like, I wish I lived in DC, right? I was like, why would you vote for him? I was like, would you vote for him on his views? I said no. I said I'll vote for him because he's my man's. That's the realest. Yo, you're gonna need the man's vote. You're gonna need younger than them. You're gonna need some people to fill as though. You're gonna need the people tell people to get up the polls. Y'all gonna be up the polls. And who's gonna be up the polls? Everybody is gonna be up the polls fucking with my man's, son. And I know I unbutton my shit, son. I know you ain't gonna loosen your shit, son.
I'll loosen my stuff. I'll loosen it for you.
Yo, they loosen up, son. And I'm gonna tell you why I say support my man. Because in the event that this does not come out the way you want, like, and I had this conversation, it is not me being negative or naysayer. Right. This is everything to do with, in the eyes of myself, in the eyes of people that you know, you won. And I'm going to tell you why I said that. I've traveled with you for the last year. We did an anniversary show. I started with you 25 years ago. We were like the first people to say we want to do a comedy show for kids, PG-13. Nobody was taking those chances, Red. Nobody wanted to get away from the dick pussy jokes. They didn't want to challenge themselves to do anything different. We did something different. 25 years to the day that we did that, we did an anniversary.
Yeah,
right?
we did.
We did an anniversary. And when I say you won in the eyes of myself and DC people, because you're an example of what you can do. To this point right now, people dream about shit, son. People like, I want to do that. I dream to be mayor. I want to be mayor. What are you doing? What are you doing to try to do that? Are you changing your life? Are you not in the streets as much? Are you trying to be somewhat of a role model? Because you know once you get tired of a role model, they're going to break you down. I said, what are you doing to try to get there? And I this is from my heart, son. I feel like what you're doing right now is a victory for people in D.C. It's a victory for people in our business. It's a victory for black people. It's a win-win-win. So, and when you said D, you called me. Well, you didn't call me because when you're a mayor candidate, you give mad assistants and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I called you.
yes, you know you did, son. You called me, son. But then you said, once I said, yeah, you said, I'm going to have someone follow up the next week. We're going to do an email. I'll have them CC me, and then we'll get the ball rolling forward.
Because you got so many assistants. You got the assistants too, man.
Yo, I know, son. You know, sometimes things don't work out like you want. But here's the
I'll
thing.
tell you, she's smiling too. I'll tell you laughing right now.
Yeah, I got it. Okay, don't worry about my assistant, son. Worry about your assistant, son. You ain't got it. And then I was like this. Your assistant was making sure I was about my word because I got 3-4 follow-up emails. Like, how many times I got to confirm?
Bonner. That's Bonner.
How many times do I have to confirm? I said I'm gonna do it. She was like, well, I just need confirmation. If your people can talk to your people. I was like, oh, I know he running for mayor. He got confirmation people on his team. You know what I'm saying? You got people that explain stuff to me, and at the end of it, they say, does that make sense? When someone says that makes sense, they're saying, I want you to confirm, but does that make sense? And I tell you.
Look, I always feel like when you run in a city, right? Like I've been an executive for a long time.
Hold on one second, man. Because I was waiting for this. For those people that are just tuning in, you have a good friend of mine. He's been in the comedy game and entertainment for 25 years. I remember when we first started, he was one of the first persons that did things we never did. First person directed his own music video. First person that got somebody to give him money to do a movie. First person to have a relationship with Bill Duke. We was like this, nigga, how you fucking with Bill Duke, nigga? Some people thought you was gay, son. They saying, nah, son. They don't understand that, son. Right? They was like, yo, he been doing comedy 3 or 4 years, and he's got somebody to believe in him enough to get him the money.
Yeah.
You were always ahead of the game. When we were just thinking about doing stand-up, you was thinking production. When we was thinking production, you was thinking directing. When we was thinking directing, you was thinking, and I know you noticed the truth, you was thinking about being an R&B singer. Yo, son, come on, son.
Nah, I want to be an R&B singer since I was little.
Okay, but here go your chance right there, son. Fuck the regular politics shit, son. And Bill Clinton could get elected for a saxophone, nigga. You get elected for your voice. All right, son. You know it's a popular challenge out there, right? You know what I'm going to say, right? The tank challenge, son.
You ready?
No, wait a minute. Wait.
The Lord is come. Let earth receive her King.
Wait, stop 1 second. You gave him too much, son. Listen. Y'all listen. If you want more, go to grantformayor.com. That's not the song I was thinking about. I wanted to hear the tank challenge, son.
Which one is that? I forgot. What's the tank song?
Your assistant. Why don't you ask your assistant to Google that shit?
He goes, Z? I forgot what the song is. You
know. No, you got an assistant, son. Won't you get your assistant to Google it? Tell her, does that make sense?
Peyton.
Does that make sense?
I got my
oh my God, I'm going to get to that. Son.
Hey, Peyton, find out what the tank song is that I need to sing. Go on your phone. Go to tank.
The tank challenge. I should know this. I don't know. Hey, yo, let me tell you something, bro. This is how I know time and change. I saw you doing that TikTok challenge. First
Can
I
we
read
talk?
you was
Okay.
first I read you was horrible. She killed it, right? She killed it. No, you was all right. Well, you just looked like you was scared you might pop your knee or something, right? But this was such a proud moment for me, man. Knowing her and seeing when she was a little girl, right? And I know you not don't have to, I'm saying she a whole ass girl now, son.
She's a grown up.
Like
A
grown
grown
up.
12-year-old.
And
She's a
I
grown
was like,
12.
I was like, and she looks so much like you and Joelle at the same time. And yo, I'm gonna tell you, man. You know, I'm an old head dad, right? You guys had your kids before me, but I'm gonna tell you what's important to me: seeing that father-daughter bond is so important. How was it to uproot your family, right, in California, and just say we're going to DC and we're going to just do something different?
I mean, it wasn't hard because I got a great family. I ain't gonna lie. My wife, you know.
Oh, nigga, you ain't got to tell me, nigga. You ain't got to tell me,
I
son.
got a great family, man.
Okay, you ain't got to
She's
tell me,
happy as
son.
heck to be at Johnson Middle School where she's a superstar athlete. You know,
Oh,
she's
that's
in
so
Ward
dope.
8. You know, she's right in the middle of a great basketball year. And, you know, we were going to put her in the charter school, but, you know, DCPS is the best schools to put her in right now. And she stepping up to the plate. I love it.
You have an awesome wife. You know what I'm saying? And you guys have been together forever and ever. And anybody that's married, I have never been able to do that. I don't think I ever do it. But I know there's trials and tribulations in any relationship. And I know your wife has been there through everything in your life. If you were elected to be mayor, and that would be all because of if DC loves you enough, what type of first lady would your wife be?
She'd be a great one.
All right, first off, ain't nobody, come on, man.
Let me answer the question.
Okay, all right, good.
She'd be a great one. You got to understand my wife's history. She's decorated like crazy. You know, Santa Monica police officer, park police officer. She just retired from the police department. She helped so many youth get ahead. She's a coach. She's a giving individual to the youth, to the seniors. She just got a good spirit, and she's always supportive of the city, which, you know, she's a Maryland girl, but she's been in the DC. She loves go-go. She loves the same things I love. And I think that she'd be one of the best first ladies ever. She's definitely a person that has integrity.
Okay, I know. Listen. I know you're using your political words or whatever, right?
No.
No. I'm just saying, son.
These
Okay,
are my words.
I know all the shit you said. Go ahead and say it. She a ride or die, son. A ride or die.
She's a ride or die.
Everybody don't got ride or die, son.
You want me to say it like a Southside dude? She's a ride or die, cuz. She's a ride or die. Young, she's a ride or die, young.
You know what? I talked to some friends about you and your bid to become mayor, right? And some people say they think it's you. They notice that you get a lot of support. You get a lot of support in the streets. Some people say that maybe he should have thought about just running for
What's your
council.
microphone doing? Your mic, and you doing something with your mic? There you go.
All right, is it good? And
Yeah.
a lot of people say, you know what? I understand his ambition to be to get into politics, but maybe he should have started by running for council. What made you to go for the gusto opposed to taking the longer route that most people that just introduced into politics do?
Well, I'm not a legislator. I tell people all the time, I'm not no legislator. I'm an executive. It's an executive office. DC is a big corporation. I'm used to running corporations. I'm used to being exec. You know, I've employed over thousands of people. I've worked with millions and millions and millions of dollars in budgets. And I had probably 30 to 80 million views before it was even social media. You know, just bringing on, you know, that situation. I've worked with Viacom, producing 25 different shows, executive producing. And this city needs an executive that knows how to allocate funds. I don't need to be legislating. I don't want to be faking like I don't want to create laws. I want to be able to give the city a heart that it deserves and a leader that it deserves, and somebody who understands how to allocate funds properly. You know, we got an $18.3 billion budget, and we don't allocate the funds properly to the people who need it the most. We got to make this a fair city, and this city right now is a little off. It's a little unfair, and even people who getting the most even say we need to give more to people like east of the river. You know, we have.
Yo, Red, you read. People always know I'm interrupting, but I know that you in politics now because I just heard a siren go off and you ain't even budge.
Nah. I live in.
Yo, you didn't even budge. You didn't do like, okay, let's cut this. You was like this. You still was talking about allocating funds, and you still knew what to do with $18 billion, son.
Yeah.
I noticed that the hip hop doctor, the hip hop dentist just came online. We need some money, girl. I don't know. You know the hip hop. You know the hip hop dentist?
Yes, I do. She's amazing. You know, I mean, you see people chiming in. War 8 and War 7. You know, War 8 and War 7 have really got hit really, really bad when it comes to equity. They get forgotten about so much. You know, we have an Arts and Humanities Commission that only about 4% to 5% of their money goes to War 7 and 8.
All right, Red, before, I don't want to assume that everybody knows everything, and I don't want to assume that people are dumb.
But I'm giving you real numbers.
I know you give me real numbers, but for somebody like, yo, son, what the fuck is equity? Explain that.
Equity is money.
Okay, all right.
You know,
I know some people like this. I smoked some equity before, but I don't know about you mean equity. All right, I just want to make sure.
Well, you gotta understand. First of all, make sure y'all donate. You go to grandforman.com and donate. But you know,
and I gotta just say this, Red, because we want to push the donations, and we don't want it from big business. We want it from small pockets. The same way that Obama. I tell people Barack Obama. I got it. Barack Obama was elected because of $5 donations in Facebook. Because when he ran, Facebook was just becoming a tool to use to reach out to people. And then he was asking for $5. Yo, for like 2 years, he hit me for $5. For 2 years. Like he kept hitting me for $5 so much. I know he thought I was tired of it. And then as soon as he stopped, then Michelle asked me for another $5, son.
Hey, and that $5 goes a long way. That's why I tell people, just go to my website right now, hit the donate button. And donate. You see people that's saying donate, but it's a real thing. And you can, as an individual, you can donate up to $2,000, or as less as $25. So you know, every bit count. We want your $2,000, Donnie. We want your max.
I got you. I like that 2,000 max. I got you, so.
And all your friends, you got a lot of friends. You can be the corporation. You can be the big corporation.
Hey, yo, I'm about to get my equity up too, Hunch, hedge funds, and all of that, son. I want some shares, son. I just got some shares about 30 minutes ago, son. I didn't even know how much the goddamn shares were. I just got this deal. They said we got these shares. I was like, I'll take them.
Well, it's important to donate, man. You know, it's very important to donate. It's very important to give right now. Our campaign is based on people donating right now and every day. As I go through my phone every day, just calling people directly and asking for donations, because, you know, we have to be able to beat these big businesses. And we want to raise over $5 million. And that $5 million will be enough for us to compete in this race, and every dollar counts. So it's very important that we donate. And you don't have to be in DC. You don't have to be just a DC resident. We ask our DC residents and our residents to donate hard, but we ask everybody around the country and around the world to continue to donate. So you are making this night a great thing. I'm glad we're doing this Instathon, because it's like the first time, you know, this has ever been done by any candidate. So just know that.
Well, you're gonna get the max. You're gonna get the max. As soon as I hang up the phone, I'm gonna get it, man.
Thank you.
I mean, you definitely got that. I know. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Hey, Noel.
All right, now I don't know if you guys are seeing donations coming in right now, but I tried to like keep people baited because I said I know you had ambitions to be an R&B singer at once in your life. When you do your shows, you can tell that this dude can sing. He probably sing in the church, whatever. Has a Tank has a very popular challenge right now, and I want Avion Crockett. Yeah, let's get to this is a mayor candidate, Rodney Red Grant, with the Tank challenge.
Can we talk for a minute? Girl, I want to know your name. Can we talk for a minute? Girl, I want to know your name.
Man, I hate you so much, son. I hate you. You that dude that go to karaoke. You that dude to karaoke, and they be like, nah, I don't even want to. I don't even feel right, right? And then you go up there, put your hand up and everything, and kill him, and then drop the mic and scream sexual chocolate. Oh man, I'm saying if you don't vote, I mean, some people can think if you don't vote for any other reason, man, the dude just killed the Can We Talk challenge. I was okay. Here's another DC. Here's another DC trivia that people in DC can connect to. When you hear this, sardines.
Hey, and pork and beans.
I said
Sardines. Hey,
hey.
pork and hey, I want them all down. I can't eat them. I can't eat them.
Can you eat them?
I want to knock them down.
Yo, I'm telling you. Yo, I didn't even know this. I did a corporate gig the other day. Right?
And thank you to Mark Theobald for donating them. I'm getting donations off, but Mark Theobald, you know, that's a big time person for us.
Yo,
you know,
let me tell you
secret
something.
society all day.
Let me tell you something. Years ago, before a lot of things, we came together as 10, 12 undiscovered talents.
Yeah.
That was bubbling. We had a great sketch group. It was called a Secret Society. Mike Epps, Mark Theobald, Jerry Martinez, Ariane Punter, Jason Ondors, Sherry Davy,
yes.
Emma Gay. It was at the beginning of it. Richard Lewis,
yes.
Mike Epps. And like this is why I'm so proud. This is why I'm saying we stick together as a unit. Is that when we had that sketch group? I remember we were popping, right? Donna Coy, R.I.P. She was one of the writers in Backstage Magazine. She wrote a review on us. Said she was so excited to see a sketch group that long and that huge, and also a sketch group that had that much diversity because it was lacking in the thespian community, and in the comedy community, right? And when our group, there was a lot of people in that group. And I remember Liz Gallagher, she used to work for Steinberg Talent, and she was frustrated one day because we was having issues. It's hard to maintain that many egos and keep everybody point in the group. So you don't think Wu-Tang got beef? We had beef like Wu-Tang, right? And she said, Donnell, I think the group is about to break up. And I said, duh. I said, this group is designed to break up. This group is designed because as individuals, we wasn't creating a platform that was a spectacle where everybody comes see us. But when we came together as super friends, everybody got to see people's individual talent. And I told her, I explained, I said, and this is so true to everything that's happening in your career, Mark's career, and everybody else. I said, everybody's going to find their lane. Mm-hmm. Everybody's not going to get it the same way. I said, some people are going to be writers, bam, Mark Theobald, last OG. Some people are going to get the commercial hit, bam, Richard Lewis. Some people are going to be Michael Jackson, just going to blow it up, bam, Mike Epps. Some people are going to be the all-purpose, Red Grant. Some people are going to get pregnant and try to smash black guys, Sherry Davy. I'm just saying. So for me, if you're listening to this, if you don't understand what believing in somebody is, people having dreams that they turn into realities, people that can maintain friendships over a long period of time.
Yes.
And that's one of the hardest things to do is maintain friendship, because you grow apart from people. People don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? I remember one time somebody said, "Daniel, you changed." I said, "I'm glad you noticed." What would you think the biggest change has been in your life from going to this bid to become mayor, from an entertainer, having people screaming, having standing ovations, touring with the likes of Cat Williams, who's a comedian genius? I love Cat, and this is another thing when you talk about unity and teamwork. Y'all squad. I love when I see a person like Cat Williams that could do a lot of things by himself. Probably has one of the dopest tours that brings a group of all heavy hitters.
All heavy hitters.
Heavy hitters, like legends, right? And say, okay, we might not tour for a minute, but we coming back together. Mm-hmm. You had to leave the tour for your campaign, right?
Well, the good thing is, I've been on tour doing like Fridays and Saturdays with Cat. We're on break right now, but I have been doing Fridays and Saturdays with Cat and maintaining the campaign from Sunday to Thursday. Our tour is about to be over, and it's just a beautiful thing that God has given me the ability to be able to handle all of it. People always ask me how I do it all. I'm like, because He just given me that ability. I think this vision came through God. I think that I was truly blessed to be able to understand. You asked, what's changed about me. Just me understanding, hearing, when I hear that vision and when I hear those thoughts coming to my head, just going with that movement instead of taking my time to make moves on it. So when I got that true vision, that true calling to come run for mayor 3 years ago, I stuck with it. I went on that plan and what it needed to take to become a mayor of Washington, D.C., the paperwork that you need, the right funding that you need, your family on board, moving back home to D.C., these things that you have to be able to do just to be able to maintain. So I think the biggest thing that changed about me, I don't think it's really a lot changed about me, but I just think I listen more to my spirit.
No. First off, you changed a long time ago, son. You know what I knew you changed, son? When you started golfing. When you started golfing. Yo, I was like, you was like tea time. I thought it was Hennessy time, nigga. What are you talking about, son? You start talking about tea time and you start getting the gloves, nigga. You started doing like this, yo. You said, and you try to give me your clubs. Anytime
shout out to all my golfers out there, man. All the golfers, make sure you donate.
Yo, anytime you see a brother do this, it's going down. You and Cat Williams are good friends. You on the road, right? One day you say, Cat, I think I'm going to run for mayor. What did he say?
He supported it from the beginning. He actually tells me like different things that I never knew. Cat, he understands politics, like deep politics, right? And on a whole deeper level. And when I gave him that, when I told him that I was about to make the announcement, he called me the day before.
No, wait, no.
Do you want to hear the story? It's a good story.
First off, don't disrespect my live, sir. I want to hear the story. I just want to say it. Could you please do it in his voice? That's all I'm saying. Come on, you do it all the time, son. Yo, man.
He said,
don't even do that shit, man. You do that shit all the time. Go ahead, son. Please,
he
son.
He said, I'm Mr. Grant. How you feeling, Mr. Grant? I'm good. And he basically, he said, you got this. He said, you got this.
He just said, you got this? And then he just walk away? Did he run his fingers through his hair?
I was talking to him on the phone.
Okay, all right, okay.
And he said, well, the good thing about life, you're in 8th place right now.
Oh, man. How many people in the race?
No, but this is before it wasn't anybody hardly in the race. But he was like, but the good thing about being in eighth place, 7, 6, and 5 can trip over their own feet. He said 4, 3, and 2 can lose it all, and you'll end up being 1. So I mean, it's just like the way he told me.
Yo, Red, I don't mean to cut you off, but I'm gonna tell you the reason why that's such a great story, because I was in Abu Dhabi over the weekend, right? Mm-hmm. And goddamn, what is the black guy? Oh, my brain, I smoke too much. Lewis Hamilton, right?
Oh yeah.
Lewis Hamilton is one of the biggest NASCAR races in the history of NASCAR. He was up for his 9th championship. The first time I ever seen him race, it was 8 years ago, and he won every race up to that point. Formula One Abu Dhabi. He was everybody's pick. They was like, he'll lap people. I'm watching this, right? I'm watching this race, and it's so funny about what place you can be in, and then if people expect a certain thing and what can happen. It's 60 laps, right? So I'm going in and out, I'm watching. All you hear is just how you watch Formula One. And you stop doing it, you're like, I'm just going to wait, right? It goes down to people are leaving. It's down to the 59th lap. It was a car accident. It slowed all the cars down, right? It slowed the cars down. And then when that happens, you have to have a safety car to come out and lead people out, right? And Lewis Hamilton was ahead by like forever. Car accident happens. They got to get the car out of the way. And Max Veslu, whatever his name is, on the last lap, son, on the last lap, he won that race, son.
Mm-hmm.
And like the reason why I share that story, because it's the exact same thing what Cat Williams just said. You can start in one position, but you can finish in another position. Anybody that's in the race car world, it's one of those things like they call it like that never happens. Mercedes protested it. Red Bull Max still maintained being a champion. But I'm just thinking of him being in the car like that, like this person always wins. But if I get a chance, I'm gonna get in there. Do you think that's the same thing? That's your beliefs going into this race?
I believe that they slept on me. I believe that they didn't think that entertainers or comedians are smart enough to be in politics. And I tell them like this: we're probably the smartest people in the world. You know, comedians, we've done it all. And
another thing, I'd like to add to that. We don't have to be the smartest people, but what we have to do is have the smartest people around us.
I agree. And I put the smartest people around me every day. I think my team is the smartest. It's way smarter than their team. I think my team, and shout out to Team Red, but everybody on my team is super smart. And the things that I don't know, they do know. And and when you are able to lean on people who are smart and you're smart enough to learn, then you create a super team. And I think that we're creating a super team that's really competing super hard in this race. We're doing things that other candidates are not doing. We're getting out in these communities like no other. We got listening tours where we go out in the streets and talk to the real DC. And we're doing caroling. Nobody else will carol during the seasons, the holidays.
Oh my God! Here you go, sing it again, son. Give me a carol, son. Give me one carol. Yo, I don't know. You be the one. I know people. You go to different houses. I know people like, damn, this nigga caroling again, man. You gonna keep catching somebody else sing? You go. I know baby like this. Yo, you at the caroling. You at the house. You caroling. What's your go-to caroling song?
You gotta go Jingle Bells, Jingle Bells.
Yo. If I go caroling, you know what I do, son?
What?
I would do. This is the most classic Christmas song ever, son. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose. And if you ever saw it, you wouldn't even say it close. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, would your nose so bright? Won't you guide my What? And then, hold on, son, you thought it was over. All of the other reindeers, goose allowed to call their names, but they never left for Rudolph, playing any reindeer game. Oh, son, that's the number one joy. I don't care. DMX doing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is fire, son.
Now we hit the 12 days of Christmas. That was a funny joint too, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. On the 12th day of Christmas, all that. On the first day, you got to go through all that. And I was 6 months of weeping.
Why you gotta do all, what's all that for, son?
I was taught to sing like that.
Yeah, but what does that do though, son?
It gets your notes out. It gets your notes out.
Hold on. My mind's killing me, no. Like that, no, don't do that. Don't do that.
That's a terrible song. We're going to lose money if you sing that.
All right, I won't say it. I was like, 6 leaving. All right, just do this. I know you're an improv guy, right? You're elected, right? They say on the first day of Christmas, right? On the first day of office. Do your version, and you ain't got to go all the days, but your first 5 days in office.
All right, so first shout out to Chris Butler who gave just now, donated. Thank you so much, Chris.
The max, did he give you the max?
He maxed out 2,000.
Okay. Oh, there it is.
I'm doing maxes tonight, but you can.
Maxes all day. T.I., whoever, Angela Yee, I know I'm supposed to go out and give up that money. Maxes. Corey Blacksmith, maxes. I know Dave Chappelle ain't gonna do it. He don't got Instagram. Somebody beside him. Somebody's right beside him.
Max him.
Yo, Max him.
Film girl, Max.
Yo, Max. Yo, lead away. I'm gonna be on your show tomorrow, 20s. Max, can we get a Max? Any blue check.
Max.
Max. Hey, look, I want all blue. If you're a blue checker, max them.
Right.
You blue check, max it up, son. Max it up.
Trouble man 31, max up, man.
That's my man. That's what I'm talking about, son. That's what I'm talking about, son. And I'm tell you,
max up, man.
Yo, I read. I'm gonna tell you why that's so dope with T.I. because real talk, son. He helped get the fucking mayor. Excuse my language, Dre. He helped him get him elected. And a lot of people try to tell motherfuckers, rappers, stay out of politics. For what? We got minds. We got shit we want to do. We got shit the way we want to see it is. And the things that he done down there with Killer Mike, he just parties over with everybody. And that's why I say our character's strong. And this is a soldier, son. This is a real soldier, son.
Oh, T.I. been a soldier forever, man.
I'm going to tell you, a soldier is one that can get hit, bow, keep hitting the bow. And guess what? They keep running that shit, son. And Tip is a real one. And for any celebrity on here right now, any rapper, any singer that think that our voice don't matter, whatever, let's show it. Hit the button. And I don't want to. And T.I., you gonna be mad at me, son. T.I. gonna be mad at me, son. Guess what I bought the other day, son?
Shucks.
Hold on, son. I ain't mean to do it to a Gucci belt, son. A Gucci belt. I'm sorry, son.
You have to show that, Joe. You paid so much for that, you have to show it.
No, not that, son. Yo, I ain't need no Gucci nigga, son. I'm the installment one belt, son. And I know how hard it is. T.I. was determined, son. I know how hard it is. That nigga got Gucci drawers, Gucci thongs, Gucci. He get the Gucci shit just like Deion Cole before the Gucci shit even come out. We went to a strip club one time. He had some slides on, son. That nigga slid into the club with the Gucci flip-flops and the joints had the fur on him and shit, son. And just so I know nigga got money, the back of his heel wasn't even ashy, son. That shit was like straight pedicured up and all that, son. But I just had to let him know that, son. I'm not back. That was just a belt, son. Yo, who else we got there? Go ahead.
To answer your question, on the first day of office, we got to implement programming for our youth. And we got.
Hey, Red, I didn't say it to do it in a political way. I said the song. I said the first day of office.
Okay. On the first day of office, Red brought to you new programming for kids and seniors too. On the second day of office, Red brought to you a new stadium.
No, 5 Redskins wins, 1 Dallas lost.
On the 3rd day of Christmas, on the office, red brought to you. Take some of these camera lights out of the city. Right now. It's costing too much.
Go ahead.
It's costing too much. Citizens can't afford. We're getting our license taken. And we need to work new jobs.
Hey! Listen, man, I don't blue check. Yo, man, I'm telling you, I had fun. At first, I didn't know. I was like this, okay, he's running for mayor. I got to be all serious and stuff. And people respect me as being Asheville. I was like, no, this is a friendship, and you just got to be yourself. Everybody got different styles.
Hey, you did great, bro. You are the best moderator. I want you to moderate some of my stuff coming up because you are. And I want you to come to the city and do an in-person fundraiser for me because we've been doing those too. Cat Williams did one for me. I want you to do one for me. I know
you're going to have your people. I know you're going to have your people confirm with me. Does that make sense?
Yeah, they will confirm. Vanna will confirm. Antel will hit you. Carl and Rob will. And it's going to be Sorrow probably. Linda. It's going to be a lot of people calling.
Yo, I know they're going to call me because somebody called me. Their first name is Lure and their last name is their first man. Can Lure Man call me? Yo, we have a Lure Man on from there. We have a Mr. Lure Man from there for Grant. Mr. Little Man, no, it's Lure, Mr. Lure Man. Yo, man, but I just want to say, like, in closing, man, like I'm telling you, there's no loss with the try. You know what I'm saying? And we've heard this before. Only thing that beats a failure is a try. And I'm telling you, in my eyes, and some of the other people's eyes, you are inspiration, your motivation, and you let kids see it. And I know this is you in your finest moment, but I know you've had bad moments. We all have had bad moments. And people have seen you go from moments to a point where you feel like you want to make a change. I know you're definitely here for the kids. When we did the show at RFK Stadium, it was important for you. You have a campaign called Shoot Films, Not Guns.
Don't shoot guns, shoot cameras. Don't shoot guns, shoot cameras.
Okay, I'm going to close up quick, but just explain to everybody what's that program and what does it mean to you?
Don't Shoot Guns, Shoot Cameras is a SEL program, so a social emotional learning program. They help the youth learn filmmaking from beginning to end. We teach them how to write the scripts, teach them how to shoot the scripts, edit the scripts, and it just keeps them out of trouble unless it allows them to use their creative thoughts instead of using their emotions toward things that would harm them. And it's been a program that's been showcased on Good Morning America, CNN, CBS Evening News, CBS Germany, and it started in Ward 8, and we moved it to Ward 5 and 8 and in Inglewood. So we did 2 different films this summer, one in Inglewood, one in DC. One was called Gentrification, and one was called Social Media. And the kids wrote it, and we're doing our premiere coming up in January with my partner Jahan Jones, and we're gonna have the kids come out and just have that whole red carpet. You know how cool it is to have red carpets for the youngest, so they're gonna get.
Oh, because your name is red. Because your name is red. So it is a song popular. It was I forgot who sung the original, but Whitney Houston coined it. And I noticed that you do a lot in the community with the kids. I'm going to start it off, son, and then can you take us away?
The first shout out to Urban Flavors also, who gave money also. And shout out to everybody who's still giving money.
I'm trying to sing, son. All right, maxing. While they still maxing, they go, we only want blue maxes. Max out. Y'all make it rain right here. Like, here we go. And you take it away because I'm not a singer. I believe the children are the future.
Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside.
GrantForMayor.com. Keep singing, son.
Sins of pride. to make it easier. Let the
Let the
children
children's laugh.
Yeah.
Turn, remind us how. Re, remind us how. Let me go, son. You greedy, man. Fuck, I got the mic now, son. Remind us how we used to be.
Everybody searching for
I decided long ago, son. Never to walk in anyone's shadow. If I fail, if I succeed, at least I'll live as I believe.
no matter what they take from me. They can't take away my dignity because the great
Tis love. This is to do the church. It's over. Just get it over with, right? He's like, love. I say la la la. La 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 la. Wow. Of all. Red Grant. Yo, you know, from day one, anytime we call each other, we pick the phone up.
Yeah,
anytime we need something, we ask each other.
Yes, we do.
I know what you running, the toughest thing is asking a nigga for something. You like, cause I don't want them to think cause of so-and-so. But you know what? It's time to put that all to the side. You know what? We need help. We want to get Red Grant elected. We also want to keep faces like this in visual sight, social media, Facebook, Instagram, so our kids will know that these are our real men. Fuck all that showcasing the grimy shit. Let's showcase people like yourself. I'm with you 100%, bro.
Thank you. And I just want to tell people, you know, I've been truly blessed to be a humanitarian, and I'm going to bring my humanitarian spirit to that seat. And I appreciate you, Donnell. You've been a friend for a long time, and you've always been my friend. You always pick up for me. I love your family. I love you. And just thank you so much. And I love what you're doing, man. You inspire the world, and I want to continue to inspire people in the world. Thank you so much.
All right. Love you, brother.
I love you, too.
Peace.
Make sure you save it.
All right, nigga. I got you.